Let me see right here. We have. Does Dr. Falk have any predictions about future Egyptian discoveries regarding the Bible?
Um, Archaeology is unpredictable. It's really unpredictable. It can only take one turn of the shovel to change the entire way we um, see the Bible. Really, it's very unpredictable. We just don't know what's in the dirt, and it boils down to that: is we just don't know what's in the dirt. So, but I do anticipate that Egyptian archaeology will continue to strengthen, or basically many of the details we do find in the Bible, and that's just based upon precedent. We're already seeing that. We're already seeing that in spades. So, given that trend, I see that as continuing.
All right. Which biblical kings of Israel or Judea do we have in the archaeological record in Egypt or Sudan? I would say.
Not,
I
we don't have them in the
was
archaeological.
gonna say Hezekiah with the whole thing with him and Taharka and them, but there wasn't any in the
It's
record.
not in. That's not in the. It's not in. Interestingly enough, we don't have Israelite or Judean kings in the Egyptian record. But again, we don't have the administrative records. Where we do have them mentioned is in Assyrian and Babylonian records.
Hmm. Yep.
Lots of evidence there. We also have them in Moabite records. The Mesha Stela,
Right.
talks
Talk
about King
about that.
Omri,
Hmm.
and we also have in Babylonian records, Ahab, Ahaz, he at the Battle of Karkar, he goes up and he fights, fights the Assyrians. We have Sennacherib, mentioned, Hezekiah, and he describes him as a bird in a cage, when in his in his attempt to invade Jerusalem. So we do actually have lots of records. We also have it in was it the oh can't remember which one it is now. The Shalmaneser the third inscription, where it talks about King Jehu. So we have lots of evidence for the kings of Israel and Judea. Lots of them. They
All
just
right.
are not from Egyptian sources.
Yeah, it's and you brought up something about the sources and the administrative. That's big. That's a major difference.
Mm-hmm.
Major difference. Let me see what else you got.
Interestingly, we got a lot of administrative texts and records from Mesopotamia. A lot of them. Not so much from Egypt.
Hmm. You're right. When was the name Kemet first used and how?
Okay, Kemet comes. It's a very old term. Goes back to all the way to the Old Kingdom. It's one of several terms for Egypt. It actually means the Black Land. Okay, it comes out of the Egyptian word kem, that means black, and that is because during the annual inundation of Egypt, where the whole land was flooded, the Nile Valley was flooded, it would cover all the soil with all the land with this black, silty topsoil, which was really, really fertile and useful for growing crops.
Hmm.
Outside of the sort of the Nile Valley is the desert, what they call the Deshret, and Desh Desher is the Egyptian word for red.
Okay.
So they had the separation of the black land versus the red land. Kemet was where they lived. The Deshret is where you stayed out of, because that's a nasty place. You don't want to go there. There's wild animals, danger, all that bad stuff's out there.
Okay.
Chaos is out there. You don't want to go there.
All right.
So, so it was actually one of several names for Egypt, and it's actually not even the most common name, to be honest. The most common name of Egypt for Egypt was the Nebtawi, or sorry, the Tawi, and Tawi was the two lands. It's two
Okay.
lands because it's two kingdoms, Upper and Lower Egypt. So Tawi was actually the most common name for Egypt. But Kemet was also a name for Egypt, but it specifically refers to that strip of land right beside the Nile.